So first, I thank organizers for giving me opportunity, and I'm here to speak indirect ophthalmoscopy with scleral depression for residents not to do. I have no financial interest. Yeah, so this was a unique topic. I had to search on the net to take out few of the points. But as previous speaker has spoken out, that importance is there. Peripheral retina should be examined, and that is understood point and valid points taken. But whether residents should do it or not, that was the point, and that was the debating point. So there is a patient discomfort, significantly higher level of discomfort with scleral depression than without scleral depression. So that factor is definitely there. Subconjunctival hemorrhage, few of the adverse issues that can come up if we say ki every patient who is undergoing any cataract surgery or any intraocular surgery should have peripheral retina examined. And with the resident doing that, I don't know, some of these, even this kind of a subconjunctival hemorrhage can be an issue from the patient side because prima facie it looks like my eye was white and quiet after examination, now it has become serious red eye. So due to excessive or improper use of scleral depression, this can be an issue. And then again, we have to counsel the patient for something of this issue. Now the risk of retinal tear. At the ora serrata, where the vitreous collagen fibrils firmly attached at right angles with the intervening extracellular matrix to interlimiting membrane of the peripheral retina, tractional forces here may overcome retinal integrity forces resulting in retinal tears. So if inadvertently, if any, this kind of tear happens because of residents' wrong pressure on the sclera, so that can be an issue. Now, suppose unoperated eye, definitely not an issue. But suppose it is an operated eye with big incisions, SICS or other things, then there can be an issue because sometimes there can be an eventful cataract surgery, lens can be in the sulcus, and the wrong pressure on the globe can cause dislocation of the intraocular lens. There is also the report of acute rise in IOP. Definitely, if you indent the eye and if you keep it pressed for a long time, it will increase the eye pressures, and sometime in the advanced cupping, that can be significant for some of the optic nerves. There is one case report here reported in the Indian Journal about excessive use of this indenter causing the corneal perforation. So something that can be an issue. So that's what issue is not about whether it should be done or not, whether residents should be allowed to do it or not, and under the observation, and in particular cases where it should be avoided, better residents, you don't handle this case, and seniors or maybe the retina specialist will handle this case. That was the point, and I feel some of the cases residents should not be allowed to do the indirect ophthalmoscopy with scleral depression because it can again add some new issue to the problem which are already existing there. ROP screening, that one particular point I will add because of some few of the literature I got. One is oculocardiac reflex also in the pediatric population, and again extensive bilateral intraretinal hemorrhages in a premature patients with active ROP after an examination with scleral depression. So some of these kind of points are also there. So where I feel it is good. IO is good with the scleral depression is good, but should be left to the seniors and in at least few cases where things can go wrong. So in infants presented with large diverse change regarding the pulse. So there is a oculocardiac reflex noted thing in the ROP screening, and that's why I feel it should be left to the seniors and not to the residents, at least in few cases. So that's what the point I want to convey. Yes, thank you.
Thank you all the speakers.